Do you have problems with your thread getting tangled up when you've got it in storage? Well, I know I do, and I want to give you a tip today that will really help to prevent that. So I have 3 different spools of thread here. I've got a Glide Poly, I've got a Superior Threads Metallic, and I've got a Mettler Silk Finish Cotton. And what these all have in common is that built into the spool is a way to store those little thread ends so they don't get all tangled up in the drawer. So let's take a look. We'll start with the Mettler one here. So you can see at the top it's got this little groove here, and there's kind of like little teeth inside it as well. So I just need to find the end of my thread here. There it is. And so what you do is you just go up and you take that thread end and you just start wrapping it into that groove. It'll just kind of sink right in there. And you just keep winding it around there till you come to the end. And then your thread is all locked in nice and tight. What about the Superior Threads Metallic? It has something similar. It has this little groove you can see in there. And so you need to take that thread up and start it in that groove. Get it around. Once you get around once, it'll kind of keep itself in place there. And you just go around and again, locked in, right? And the Glide one is the one I love the best because the bottom actually opens up. It's kind of a soft, flexible plastic. And once you get it open all the way around, you kind of hear it popping sort of as it unlocks. Then you can take that thread tail, and there's actually a little bit of a groove in there that you can see. And you're just going to take your thread, put it through that groove to get it into the bigger groove, and then just snap it in place and it locks that thread in there. You might see a little bit of a tail at the end, but that's fine. It's locking it in there. So now when I put them in the drawers, they're not going to get all tangled up. But what if you don't have that type of thread spool? Well, no worries. You can get either from Wonderfil, you can get these thread guards or thread wraps, or you can also get this Hugo's Amazing Tape, and it is amazing, and you can use those to wrap around your, okay, here we go. I was going to say, I think I have one off here. You can wrap those around your thread. So depending on what size, you can see that there's different sizes of this. Okay, so I have the wider one right now, which would probably work better on a big cone. But you could just wrap it around and make sure you've got it long enough that you could wrap it all the way around and have it overlap, and it will just stick to itself. And that's going to keep those thread tails in as well. Same thing with the Wonderfil. It's a very similar product, and it will just go wrap around, stick to itself like that. And the nice thing about these is they stick to themselves. They don't stick to the thread, so they're not actually sticky. So if you have problems with your threads getting tangled up in the drawer or whatever type of storage you use for them, check out and see. Maybe you've got a spool of thread that's like this, and that storage is built in for you to prevent those tangled threads.